he did apologise for coming here at 9:15. Fred Lomas.
Fred Lomas, constable, eh?
Fred Lomas. But anyway, he apologised, but he said if you're dealing with anyone, deal with the sergeant down there, and his number is 6897272.
Okay.
And because he said, I said, well, my husband's in bed, he's got a breathing mask on at the moment, so he's terribly unwell. Yep. I said, we don't need this rubbish. I gave him a bit of a chatting to at the door. I said, and anyway, then he said to me, he said he originally was from Timaru, and he asked me the mother's name. I told him, he said, I'll say no more, I've dealt with her before.
Yeah.
And I said, well, you know what we're talking about then. I said, at the moment, down here on Saturday, I went in on the Saturday night, made a complaint to a policeman who was very busy at the time and couldn't answer the phone from our place.
Yeah.
Because he was scared to go home, terrified to go home. And
that could have been why the cops had to drop him off, eh?
Oh, originally, yeah, back on the Tuesday, I think that's why. But anyway, and it's gone on here that, where it is, Mr. made serious threats around harming the case social worker during a phone call to the office. According to who? Simon Coventry.
So Simon Coventry is the man making the allegations, is he?
Chief Executive, Ministry of Social Development.
Okay, so did Simon hear Dad make any threats?
No, I reckon...
Then it's a false allegation.
Yeah, no, well, we don't know, but Bruce was later on, was going to ring the sergeant down in Wai-iti, because this police... I've got to have an agent. He's got to have an agent, because it's just to stop him going to the Beswick Street building. I said he doesn't go there anymore.
Oh, yeah.
He's never been, he hasn't been there for a long time.
Yeah, well, no doubt. I figured you were an agent for him anyway, as far as that shit's concerned.
And he said to me, there's nothing stopping you going to SIB time. I said, I wouldn't waste my time, because I said, they're a bunch of idiots, so you can't get through to them.
I've just emailed Steve Wills this morning.
Yeah.
And I've sent, do you want to hear what I've sent him?
Yeah.
Where is it? He's got an email address at the Timaru Council. Apparently he's a councillor as well, isn't he?
He could be a councillor.
He is.
All right.
I sent him, greetings Steve, over the last 10 years and more so the last 9 days I am growing increasingly concerned about my parents and the apparent harassment from New Zealand police staff. On the 11th of July I received a call from my mother Judy, who informs me that an unnamed constable from Wai-iti had arrived around 8 p.m. after a brief conversation proceeded to threaten my father with arrest.
Hold on, put you on speakerphone.
Sure. Hey Dad. Proceeded to threaten my father with arrest. Totally unacceptable on his own property from a constable. Is there a verifiable statement of truth that is signed to back any claim he may have been investigating, or was it an unsubstantiated complaint? I believe if Dad was to be arrested, he would have been. Threatening him is disgusting. He is ill, as I am sure you are aware, and given the continual stress from the ongoings with my brother's children, these threats do not help. After hearing from Mum, I called the New Zealand Police in Auckland to obtain the man, constable with red hair from Wai-iti's identification, as to file an IPCA complaint but had no success. Can you supply this information? I also at the time attempted to gain some reassurance from New Zealand Police staff members that my elderly vulnerable parents were not going to have any further trespasses or threats, to which none was given. As Mum has mentioned to yourself, Steve, Marie Hargadon, Jan Gibbs, Natasha, Tanya and others, I ask, who do I hold liable for any harm, alarm, distress and harassment perpetrated against my family? Last night, while I was unavailable at approximately 9:30 p.m, my wife received a somewhat panicked call from my 65-year-old mother with regards to men with torches appearing in her yard, calling upon my sleeping father with laboured breathing to serve a trespass notice upon him with regards to the Winds building and an allegation made by Marie. I only wish that New Zealand Police could have acted as swiftly when the systematic child abuse was repeatedly reported with regards to my nephews to the New Zealand Police staff. Don't you agree? I have recorded my conversations with Mum and have a lot on record and what has been happening down there with regards to the apparent incompetence and or malfeasance of CYFS and New Zealand Police staff including the alleged assault by Senior Constable Jan Gibbs against my nephew just recently, as well as the alleged manhandling of to a car on Strathallan Street by Marie Hargadon. Have these allegations been looked into or even noted? Is it standard operating procedure to call upon elderly people late in the evening to do what could clearly have been done during the daytime, especially after I gave notice of my father's ill health only 3 days prior to the New Zealand Police on record? I am concerned that any undue stress may give my father a turn for the worse. As I am sure you would not want to see this either, why did this happen? Upon being told he was asleep and not well, why did the members of the New Zealand Police not call back the following morning? What can you suggest I do? I have over the years, more so with my elder nephews, tried to come down and help, but to no avail. And at great expense, I have had suggestions of calling my local MP, John Key, to discuss it with him. Do you think this would help? Any suggestions would be greatly appreciated, and currently, as my mother has mentioned yourself as being one of the more senior constables involved, I decided to contact yourself directly. As I am worrying about my parents' safety, what can you suggest to reassure me that New Zealand Police will start showing my elderly parents the respect, integrity and ethics that is stipulated within the New Zealand Policing Act 2008, Sections 8D, 8F and 9A? Can I presume you will be upholding your oath stated within the Policing Act 2008, Section 22? Have a fantastic day, Steve. I look forward to your reply. And I sent that to him. You know, that's unacceptable. They've been told that you guys are not, you're elderly. That's what should come first and foremost. Hi, Max.
Yeah, that's right. They will call it elderly abuse these days.
Yeah, well, they're just being a legal gang,
well,
and it's.
I asked them out, I said I would appreciate if you'd come, or someone come back tomorrow morning, because my husband's in bed and he's not getting out of bed.
Exactly. Well, this is what gets me. I rung 111. I rung Crime Stoppers. I rung the Henderson Police Station. I gave them all notice that you guys were not to be harassed late at night.
Yeah.
Anything that needs to be dealt with can be dealt with during the daytime at a reasonable hour.
Dad was wanting to have a yarn to him, you know. And then when he asked me outside, I told him straight. He didn't actually come in because he'd only stand at the back door and it was bloody freezing. And I just said to him, I said, the dog let me know there was someone here. And I said, I went out and looked at the thing, and there was a light shining on a piece of metal down by the wool shed. And I just said to him, and then the dog was howling and cowering. I thought, there must be someone around. And then I said the torch at the gate, because I'd locked the gate, you see, because it was so damn freezing. So,
you guys should have a camera. Whenever they show up, turn the camera on.
Yeah, well, anyway, I just rang Jan Gibbs again, but it's just she's apparently away till Wednesday. Well, told me on Monday. Because I told the fella, I went in on Saturday night and made a complaint to, he didn't want to go home because his mother was going to be there beating him up. He was terrified even to get out of the car. He kept locking the door, which he's done more than one occasion.
I thought safety is SIF's paramount importance, you know.
He said to me, he said, what are SIFs doing? This was policeman said last night. I said, absolutely nothing. And I said, when I spoke to Jordan last night, she said, so he's quite happy now. He's got one. He's got a trespass notice, same as you had one. And I said, oh yeah. Then I said to the policeman, I had a trespass notice on me from the mother. What was it? He said, asked me why was I trespassed. I said, take the boy to kindy because the mother was too damn lazy to take him. And that was about it in a nutshell. I didn't do anything. I didn't go into this.
What gets me is that they need to have a verifiable claim that Dad's caused somebody alarm and distress. So someone has to put.
You have been served a trespass notice under Act 1980.
Yeah.
From entering Ministry of Social Development Officers, Site Timro, Level 3A, Raki House, 7 Beswick Street. Timro. Mr. has made serious threats around harming. Well, Bruce said he wants to know what the serious threats are.
Yeah, Dad needs a written statement from somebody to verify that claim.
Oh, yeah, well, Marie would. It was Marie he was speaking to. Now, she's the case lady's social supervisor.
Yeah.
On that, and the Chinese girl came here and called him a grumpy old man. And, I'll talk to her, Jude. I've never heard whether she's talked to. She probably hasn't. But I just said to him, this cost it, well, not quite 20 grand. I said, it's cost us 20 grand, and no one's taken any notice. And said, in fact, I had a social worker told me once, I don't give a hell, I don't care less what it's cost you.
Yeah.
And he said, oh, they shouldn't do that. Or they shouldn't speak like that, he said to me last night at the door. Okay, better go.
Righto, Mum.
Catch you later.
Best of luck to both of you. See ya.